All right, I want to go to Dan Mitchell right now in Washington because among some of the catalysts for this rally is this idea that earlier today the Senate passed a bill to avert a government shutdown. The House is expected to follow up on this. I should stress that this sort of pushes this, punts probably more the word, till around December 11th when they're going to revisit all of this if they haven't resolved it. So at best we delayed a day of reckoning, but the day of reckoning is still a little more than 2 months off. So Dan Mitchell, you think Washington could still play a very unraveling effect? Explain.
Well, there's really two issues. The long-run issue, of course, is that we're going to become Greece. But we don't have to worry about an immediate collapse because of that. The short-run issue that the markets are looking at, although I think they're overstating it, is, oh, what if we have some sort of government shutdown? And what about the debt limit? When's that going to happen? And I think people in the markets get too worked up about that because we have way, way, way more revenue coming in than needed to pay interest on the debt. So there would only be a default if the Obama administration actually wanted that, and I can't imagine that they would want that. And we've had plenty of government shutdowns going all the way back to the 1970s. And frankly, 80% of the government stays open, and the rest of it probably should be closed anyhow. So I think a lot of this is just Washington posturing. And in my mind, what's most important, what we really should be focusing on is, will Republicans give away the big victory they achieved when they got the Budget Control Act spending caps back in 2011? That's what Obama's trying to achieve. He wants to bluff Republicans and bully Republicans into giving up the spending caps so we can go back to business as usual in D.C.
By the way, he's not the only one. There are many on the other side that would love to do the same when it comes to military and defense-related spending. Having said all of that, I know it is kabuki theater, and I know, you know, this drama over a shutdown it ends up being much ado about nothing. But the markets, as you probably know, abhor uncertainty. They liked at least the near-term certainty that doesn't look likely. But I think you address a very good point. I mean, 88 times this has happened, right? I mean, where we keep pushing this. And I think that alone is the story, right? That we keep doing it through the same means and the same, you know, sort of hand. So I don't know why the markets would celebrate that.
Well, here's what I try to explain when I'm talking to some of these folks up on Capitol Hill. You can kick the can down the road and, okay, you get certainty out of that, and people, oh, there's no shutdown, no debt limit fight. Okay, that's good. And then you kick the can down the road again, and you kick the can down the road again. But what if Greece, 15 years ago, had some debt limit fights and government shutdown fights that maybe would have created uncertainty at the time, but would have actually forced the Greek politicians to address the problem before it became a crisis? And I guess that's what advocates of small government are concerned about. We're willing to have a fight in the short run because we realize that not having this fight dramatically increases the chances of a major problem in the future. And we know that problem is there. Whether you're looking at the CBO long-run forecast, the OMB forecast, the GAO forecast, everyone knows that we're heading toward this cliff, this brick wall, whatever you want to call it. And the question is, are we going to have the responsibility and the prudence to take steps today, even though the Obama administration is perfectly happy to leave us on that path toward fiscal ruin?
Good point, Saul. Good point, Saul. Market tends to sort of seize on things that might not be all that good news. Thank you, my friend. Always good seeing you.